thanks for joining me. I'm going to talk you through a short sequence to alleviate the effects of hunching over laptops, over phones, over books, and so on. So it's that reverse action of when you're hunching, you're opening the back body, closing front body. Going to be opening the front body, closing the back body. And we're just going to begin with a little bit of fluid movement just to ease out the spine. And you're going to need, for this little sequence, either a bolster or a rolled up blanket, a couple of yoga bricks or a couple of books, thick chunky books. You might want a little tea towel to prop over them to make them a little bit softer, smooth out the hard edges of the books. Thin block or two, or a couple of cushions. I'm going to come now to our hands and knees. I'm going to place the hands directly underneath shoulders, knees directly underneath hips. Draw the crown of the head forward and draw the tailbone back in space. And then begin to move with your breath, linking your breath with your movement. As you inhale, you're going to drop your belly down, send the heart forwards, lift the gaze. As you exhale, you're going to push the hands into the ground, round the spine, gaze towards the navel, tuck the tailbone, and part the shoulder blades. A few more rounds. Inhaling, dropping your belly down, sending the heart forwards, lifting the gaze. Exhale, pushing into the hands, rounding the spine, tailbone tucks. Gaze towards navel, shoulder blades part. A few more rounds. Move to the rhythm of your own breath, so you can go faster or slower than me if that is what your natural breath allows for. And you're letting your breath lead your movement rather than the other way around. So you're going to start slowing the breath down. Making the movement nice and slow, and smooth and fluid. Breath slow, smooth and fluid. Your inhale is triggering the movement, and your exhale is triggering the movement. And after a few rounds, you might want to pause at the top of your inhale just to really feel that posture in its entirety, sending the heart forwards. And then exhaling, pushing into the hands, rounding the spine, pausing for a moment. The bottom of your exhale, really pressing the hands into the ground. And then inhale, coming back to a nice neutral spine. And then from here, we're going to come into our puppy stretch. Should feel really nice for the shoulders and the upper back. So you're going to open the knees a little bit wider. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit closer towards each other. Send the hips a little bit further back behind the line of the heels. And then begin to walk or creep or slide the hands forwards in space. Hands are about shoulder width apart, thereabouts. Beginning to lower the heart towards the ground. And you can place the forehead on the ground if it meets the ground. Or bring a block or a cushion or something underneath the forehead to close that gap between the forehead and the ground, if that's helpful. And then taking a few deep conscious breaths here. Use your breath here. Breathe deeply into your upper back, into your shoulders, anywhere that feels tight. And the next one, maybe sigh out through the mouth. Soften your heart down towards the ground. Press into the hands and the shoulder blades back away from the ears. And then maybe lowering now your elbows to the ground if that feels comfortable. And pressing into the forearm. So you should feel the area in which you feel the sensation change slightly here. Breathe into that space where you feel the deep opening, the deep sensation. And as you exhale, maybe breathe it out of your mouth and allow that tension to leave your body as you sink the heart closer towards the ground. Let's do one more deep breath here. And then as you inhale, press into the hands, lift the hips back up, let the hands back in. And then we're just going to prepare for our final little posture of this small sequence. So, I'm going to use some props to support you in this posture. It's a lovely restorative posture. You get this lovely gentle back bend. It should feel really nice and supportive. You should be able to thoroughly relax in it if you have the right support. So you're either going to have a bolster or a thick blanket rolled up to mimic the size and shape of this. This you're going to place lengthways on your mat. And then underneath the top end of the bolster, you're going to want a little bit of height. So just stacking up yoga props or other items that you might have in your household to just give that top end a little bit of height. At the bottom here you might want a little cushion underneath if this seems a little bit high for you, otherwise you can sit the seat directly on the ground. You're going to want the base of the spine against the short edge of the bolster. And then you're going to bring a couple of yoga bricks or some books that are the same height, or some cushions, maybe a couple of cushions on each side. Here, this is where your knees are going to go. Have a little bit of support for the knees. And then making our way into the posture. Bring the base of your spine against the short edge of the bolster. You're just going to float your spine over the bolster. And what you don't want is your head hanging off the back. You might need to change the position of your hair bubble if you have one that's in the way a little bit. You don't want to be leaning the head doesn't want to be dropping off the back of the bolster here. So if you need to, you can move forwards a little bit so your head has ample support. You can just let the arms straight out to the side, palms face up. And then drawing the heels in towards the hips, and then just letting the knees melt out to the side, soles of the feet come together. And then with these blocks or books or cushions, you're just going to pop them underneath the legs here. You can play around with the height, the position in which they're sitting. So you feel like you have that nice slight opening in the hips, in the groin area, but it's not strained. You've got the support of these props underneath you. And you're going to take 10 or so deep breaths here. Should feel really comfortable, it should feel like you're being held and cradled by the support beneath you. Just reversing the action, all that hunching through upper back that we tend to do on a day-to-day basis. And close the eyes down. And see if you can really deepen the breath here. So just allowing your inhales to trickle in through your nose until you're completely full. Filling your belly, your chest, your side ribs. And exhales trickling out through the nose or the mouth. Maybe taking some nice audible sighs, really letting go into the support beneath you. Until you're completely empty. Posture, you can really stay here a little bit longer to receive the full benefits of the posture. So you might like to turn off the video now and just stay in this posture for another maybe up to 3 or 4 minutes. And when you've spent what you feel is enough time here for you, slowly, consciously drawing the knees back in towards each other. Moving any bits and bobs from beside you. And then just slowly leaning over onto one side. Very slowly, mindfully, pushing your way back up to sit. And that concludes our anti-hunch